One of the tenets of being a Christian is that we have to be able to help those that can't help themselves, and this is a perfect example of doing that. We looked at several organizations here in the Houston area, and Vita-Living was a perfect fit for us.
From an organizational standpoint, they make it so easy for us to bring volunteers, and we get our volunteers here one time, they are hooked because it is such a rewarding experience.
We chose this. We're a separate group within the company called the Solutioneers, and it's like a young professionals group. And this is the charity that we started with, and we've done some other projects, but this is where we started.
If your company is looking for a place to volunteer, we think we can help meet your needs here at Vita-Living. We're small enough that we can be nimble, and we're large enough to have a meaningful impact for your company. For example, when you choose Vita-Living, we're ready for you when you show up to volunteer. We want to take that window of opportunity that you've given us and make sure that our supplies are there ready for you. We have a coordinator on site. Our residents are looking forward to meeting with you. We have an identified scope of work that you can do. We have some alternatives. You could do an arts or crafts, you can do a gardening project, you can do some construction. It really depends on what level of skill your volunteers have. But that really doesn't matter because we can connect you with an activity with our residents that can be meaningful for them and for your employees. The Adopt a House program is relatively new to Vita-Living. We have 17 group homes, largely in the Spring Branch area and Sharpstown area. And we have found that we had corporation partners and church and congregation partners that wanted to invest more energy into the same group of residents. And so they adopted the house. And that could be as easily as twice a year coming out, once a quarter coming out. It depends on what the corporation wants to do. For example, one group comes out in the fall to do a gardening project, and in the spring they come out and do an arts and crafts activity. Other folks stop by and they go to a Little League baseball game in Spring Branch. There's lots of ways to further develop your relationship with our residents.
Personally, I like seeing how much fun they have when we do crafts. Lots of times the laughing and the smiling and the hugging that you get every time you come makes you know that it's a lot of fun.
It's a great way to start a Saturday morning, coming out and doing something for someone else. A couple hours spent really sets the tone for the rest of your day and the rest of your week.
As a leader in my community and of this lovely group of people that I get to work with all the time, it's important for me to encourage them to step out and to come be a part of this.
One of the things that is really important to us, or important for me and what we do in outreach, is being able to report back to our congregation on the impact that our church is having with our partnership. And Vita-Living makes it so easy for us to do that. They get in touch with us frequently, they send us emails, and they send us great stories with pictures that we can use so easily in our newsletters and in our video clips for our members in our congregations. And we also, of course, have reports that we need at the end of the year or the end of a grant cycle, and Vita-Living really knocks it out of the park every time.
We think it's important to provide crystal clear accounting and reporting of what we do with the funds that you donate to us.
In fact, this past year, their year-end report was so wonderful. We copied their language verbatim and used it for a number of our newsletters, and we also used their template as what we would like to see in the future from other community partners.
We're proud of our reports. We think we're a good investment and we're good stewards of dollars.
So I would encourage you, if you are a leader of a corporation, any type of business, I would say send your people out. It'll be a group building experience. It will make their lives at work or wherever that may be, it will make their lives richer for it. And I guarantee you your workplace richer for it.
We found that we get way more back than what we give, and I think that's the whole meaning of volunteership.
They are doing God's work, and the fact that we're able to join them in this important work, it is exactly what we're called to do.
We welcome you to contact us. We can have a conversation. We could tour one of the houses. we could really find out what you want and make a connection.